Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. We're actually weeks, probably days away to the governorship elections that's built to hold in Anambra State in Anambra. But for those who are agitating for Biafra, lovers of freedom, IPOB members are saying in no uncertain terms, saying it with boldness that elections will not hold in Southeast. And of course, the government of the day is saying elections will hold in Southeast. And some few hours ago, campaign normally by now ought to be underway, but Ifeanyi was seen not in Southeast campaigning, but actually in Southwest campaigning, going to shops of businesses of Igbos. It was in other parts of Southwest to campaign for his vote that would take place or that ought to take place in Anambra State. I don't know how those ones will suffice, but there have been some statements credited to him over talks with IPOB members over the issue of November elections and the fact that it's quite hopeful something would definitely budge. Well, Ima Power, for the Media and Publicity Secretary of the Indigenous People of Biafra, have decided to answer him in the press release. But before we do all this and much more, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to the press release made by Mapa for the Secretary, Media and Publicity Secretary of IPOB, he said the attention of the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been drawn to the laughable and disgraceful statement credited to the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, in the Anambra election, Andoba. Sorry, I take that. Andoba, not Ifeanyi, Andoba. That he met with IPOB members to discuss the forthcoming governorship poll. We therefore want to make it categorically clear that Andoba met nobody in IPOB as indigenous people of Biafra. The indigenous people of Biafra has no interest in the elections in Anambra and could not have met with Andoba or anybody or politician for that matter to discuss anything pertaining to election. Andoba and his likes should leave the indigenous people of Biafra out of their politics. Again, Andoba could not have possibly assessed the leadership of IPOB, that's indigenous people of Biafra. He should therefore stop using IPOB to get cheap popularity. IPOB has no time for political desperados whose only interest is their pocket. How could we have granted audience to Andoba, who has never issued common press statement against what is going on in Southeast by Fulani herdsmen? What has Andoba done since our leader was abducted to seek his release? It's now that Andoba is involved in the Anambra election that he knows he can engage the indigenous people of Biafra? He asked. We challenge Andoba to disclose the indigenous people of Biafra members he met with. Again, we won't tolerate the use of the indigenous people of Biafra's name for any scam. Enough is enough. We caution politicians to stop associating IPOB with their dirty politics. We have no interest in the politics. Our mandate is to restore Biafra, and we will not be distracted from that objective for whatever reason. Comrade Ima Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. Hey, that's what I will say to this one. Hey. Okay, you have heard what you've heard what Ima Powerful has said, and it's actually challenging Andoba. Sorry, at the introduction, I made mention of Ifeanyi. Sorry, it is not Ifeanyi, it's actually Andoba. There's a video going around where Andoba was seen actually campaigning, but it's actually doing the campaign outside Anambra, where the Anambra State, where the elections will be taking place, and it got me. I was baffled. I was just wondering, will the people he's campaigning to, would they be traveling? Would they be leaving their businesses and would they travel back home for the elections, as in vote for him as a candidate. You see what we're talking about, issue of security and let there be calmness in the society. Now this is days, probably week or two, they're about to elections, and they can't even hold a peaceful campaign in Anambra. They're moving it down to Southwest. It look, I keep saying this again and again. Peace should be what we should sort out for. Okay, you're going down to Southwest. Uh, are they going to be the one to help you secure a seat? Why not look into your people's matter? Dialogue with them, for crying out loud. Talk with them. They are your brothers, they are your sisters, they are your uncles, they are your sons, they are your fathers, they are part of you, they are your kinsmen. The best thing you can do in this situation is not to run out, but to run in, have a stakeholders meeting and discuss. Look, bit by bit, they said little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. If you keep quiet now, because it's just for elections, you're just talking out for the elections, and once the elections is over, you go on quiet mode. In fact, you go on almost an on exit mode, and this whole tension continues in Southeast. After a while, everybody travels down to Abuja, right? Then, before you say who goes there, Southeast becomes a ghost of its own city. And this is the same Southeast that, it's one place that everybody wants to be with, everybody wants to be in, because major when it comes to major products, are mostly imported by Southeastern businessmen. How can every Southeasterner develop outside of their home and their home is in chaos? It's not done anywhere. I think everybody's hand should be on deck to see how they can find a lasting solution to this. Now, their demands is quite simple. They said they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. The politicians have the wherewithal, have the say to meet the government of the day. They are also part of the government of the day, and talk to the government of the day over issues that is pertaining to the insecurity and tension going on in the region. Why not be at that middleman's role? Call your kinsmen to order. Stop the violent agitation. Okay, let's take your matter up there. Okay, now table it to the federal government. Say, look, the home front is something else. We can't continue this like this is their demands. They may not meet it 100%, but there will be some sort of compromise here and there for peace to reign. Whether we like it or yes, every day souls are being lost. Those souls are in the genes. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your take on this? Do have a nice time.